Bay State Running, powered by Marathon Sports. My man,
Coach Shepard.
Coach H, All States.
Yeah, what an All-State meet. We're going to do an All-State meet recap for you. We're going to go down what we thought was the top 8 performances over the weekend. We're not going to do another hour talking about it because it was a pretty amazing All-State meet. Coaches,
Great meet.
Yeah, let's get it started. What was the 8th best performance on the meet?
Let's start with the field. I'm going to go with high jump.
Okay, let's give some high jump some love. Let's go with the girls first.
I like to see that Anna Jordell Henry helped propel her team for a team win.
Yep, 5'8", coming off that 300 meet record. Pretty impressive. I thought Jada had the edge because she wasn't going to be doing the 300, but apparently Anna Jordell Henry, she gets warmed up, so pretty impressive that she was able to come back from a meet record in the 300.
It was good to see Jada, like you said, bounce back.
Her sister, Julia Jordell Henry, finishing in third with a 5'6", so Jordell Henry's dominate the high jump with Jada Johnson in between. How about that boys high jump?
You know, I'm glad that you brought that up. Shout out to my man Owen Nassany. Did we say
Got
correct?
it, yeah. Never question yourself.
All right, Owen.
If you say it confidently, you got it.
Owen, the Hawk in the house, Hawkamarks in the house. The reason why, Shep, I want to talk about Owen's one of those stories that I think a lot of kids should hear, because Owen was at North Attleboro for 3 years. Going into his senior year, he didn't know if he was going to start basketball.
Yeah.
And then now he's sitting at state champ. You're all-state champ.
All-state champ. He jumped 6'10", and I believe he put it up to 7.
And went after
He was
it.
trying to go after Corey Thomas's record from 2009 at 6'11". A couple decent jumps, but just came up short. But nonetheless, he's an all-state champion. He edged out. Great performance by David Ajama as well. He jumped 6'8". It's great to see the high jump when they're in the middle and the whole crowd's getting into it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Owen Nassany, 6'10", almost had a chance at. Didn't want to go tie it and only bring it up an inch. Brought it up 2 inches and went after it.
Went after it.
You got to respect that.
Got to. Like you said, Ajama. And also, you know what? I like to see kids who peak at the right time. Alan Bellevue, Brockton boy.
Okay.
Was on fire the last 2 meets. 6'4", got himself into, medal position. So that's what I love to see is kids that continue to work hard. We always give the top 2 credit, but there's always a kid that PRs at 5th and 6th, and Alan had a great jump, so I want to give Alan his props.
All right, number 7 on the list. This is what could have been / the performance that actually happened. So first 300. We got to first give credit to Mange Kamara from Watertown, the senior. Broke that meet record of 34:30 by Margray Phillips from Somerville. He ran 34:22, just snagged it.
Yeah.
Michael Blake, always there. Hudson, 34:85. Those two were really the stars of the 300. Only 2 guys under 35, which was surprising, but obviously one, Joey.
Get healthy, my man. Joey O'Brien
From Shrewsbury, coming around the turn. Obviously, he was going after that meet record and maybe even more, maybe trying to do a sub 34, and unfortunately the hamstring went. So it's what could have been, but at the same time, you got to give the love to Kamara.
Yeah. And Michael Blake finished his, capped his senior year indoors. His last All-State meet, probably smashed the school record. So, shout out to him, and as well as the few seniors there. Tommy Jordan Needham.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy's been doing his thing, and he helped his team run well in the 4x4. And Matt Zawaski.
Yeah, you talked about him in the preview.
Bishop Fian. So, Joey, take care of yourself. Mange.
UConn commit, Joey. Got to rest up. Hopefully he'll be back outdoors to cap off a great high school career. All right, number 6 on the list. Where do you think we were with the 6th best performance?
8 laps of glory.
8. Wait, I thought it was 16 laps of glory.
It was 16.
You can't be both events at 8 laps of glory.
I was
So we should probably start. This gets us into where all my picks were right and all yours were wrong.
Yeah. You killed me on the picks.
So the girls' mile, you went with
Grace Conley.
I went with
Lucy Jenks.
Who won that matchup?
Lucy Jenks.
So we got to go with this with one of the top performances because it wasn't a meet record, that 4:49.14 by Katarina Roca, who you just did an interview with on your page from Peabody. But I mean, it was slow early and crazy. I believe it was Emma Carimo, the sophomore from Coca-Cola, was the one
Doing the work.
doing all the work early.
Yes.
And it was Jenks sitting in second and Conley sitting in third. And to me, that was playing into Jenks' strengths. And I think by the time Grace realized that it was too late and it was Jenks that was putting the pressure on, and then we all know by now that Jenks dropped a 62 last quarter and maybe a 30 last lap.
Oof.
She's a middle distance girl, so she was there and it was time to go.
Yeah.
So this is that was a heck of a race, especially the last 2 laps and the last lap.
Absolutely. You know what, Shep? It's kind of one of those, maybe the changing of the guard. Grace has had an amazing career, one of the best runners we've seen.
You really can't. I mean, changing as the guard as far as Lucy Jenks is the new stud on the scene, which she kind of was, but this kind of sealed the deal.
Sealed the deal.
But at the same time, man, Grace Conley went 4:53, had about 20 minutes, half an hour max, and they came back and got runner-up again in the 1,000, but in a 2:54, like, she got 2 seconds on the day, but that might have been the best double. It was easily the best double in the day. So she's only got 2 runner-ups to show for it, but props to Grace Conley. That was a heck of a double for the team.
Absolutely.
Okay, for the team.
Absolutely.
I mean, she goes and runs the 2 mile. She wins it. She ran a 10:19.
I know.
In December.
I'm curious of why that didn't happen.
Because of the team.
She went for the team.
Previous week, if that 4x2 doesn't get DQ'd and moves on to all states, they're in the mix. They were thinking long term. And unfortunately, I can guarantee you they probably would have maybe switched that. Well, they got runner-up, right, as a team?
Did they get runner-up?
Or they were right there. So either way, props to Lucia Jenks, but Grace Conley, that was a pretty impressive double. Hopefully we go see what she can do in the 2 mile
Absolutely.
at Nationals.
They did get runner-up.
Yeah,
So it was for the team.
Take home a trophy. Number 5 on the list, and this was one of my favorite events of the day.
I was wrong on this.
We got Bay State supporter Theo Berber in the race. Peter Diebold, who went 1:19 and 48.2 the week before. Soto in there. Jonathan Polanco. Soto was in the race. Ethan Cooper.
Richard Swanson.
Yeah, Richard Swanson out of the unseeded heat. Brendan LaForest won D2. So
Westfield.
it was a loaded race, and everything went perfect for Berber. There was no traffic at any point. He methodically moved up during the race. And when it came time to go, Diebold pushed the pace, thinking that his strength was going to hold off. And the senior, the Duke commit, Theo Berber.
Once again.
It's not about time at these meets. He just wanted that state championship. You
He got the win.
Put those hands up in the air that he got it done.
Shout out to Theo, man.
That's the fifth best performance in the meet.
And
it was just an exciting race.
I mean, but also, we're going to be looking at
we got the Diebold Blanco Soto matchup for the future.
Yeah, but definitely Theo Berber, like you said, you touched upon it. Lost to Calvin Perkins last year, so this is how he bounces back senior year for the win. So shout out to the Newton North senior.
Lost to Rodney Agar-May the year before.
So,
and those two guys, Rodney Agar-May and Calvin Perkins, just battled it out at the Ivies. They finished 1-2 in the 500 with Agar-May with a diving finish over Calvin Perkins.
Wow. Yeah. Shout out to my man Cal.
They're just, Perkins is a freshman and Agar-May is a sophomore. So they're going to be seeing that battle for years to come in the Ivy League. Nice to see Massachusetts guys and girls go on to do some good things.
At the collegiate level. Yes.
All right, number 4 on the list. We're getting closer to the top 3.
You know, me and you, we love our 4x8s.
Dude,
you know about your 4x8s,
I
but
live and die by the 4x8s, man. Let's talk about
ladies first.
Ladies first.
I've been consistent with this.
Girls and boys 4x8s are fourth on our list.
I've been consistent with this.
It's been the Boston Latin girls all year.
Yes.
And I love when a team puts all their emphasis in a relay, and that's their thing for the entire year.
Yes.
Brockton boys won't be on this list, but they certainly could be. And they kind of built up all year to their 321.
They deserve that.
Yeah, and they put emphasis on relays. They were running, relays all year. The same thing with the Boston Latin girls. They were the 4x team all season. and it was only fitting that they got the win. No meet record. That's the Lincoln Sudbury team from 2009 with Keklik on it and company. But that was a fun 4x8 to watch. Lincoln Sudbury got out early.
Yes.
And it was Boston Latin that had to get back into it.
The Freitas
How
made a
can you
move.
ever think that Annie Jackson won't get it done? Because she's done it all season, no matter where she is when she gets the baton. And she ran 1,000 earlier.
I
ran
know.
2:58. But
But
she is tough as nails, man.
I gotta give her teammates her props too. The
Oh,
teammates,
yeah.
they kept her. They had to keep Amy in distance.
Yep.
Like you said, she executed. But I want to give a shout out to Sophia De Freitas.
Yeah, the Lincoln
The
Sudbury girls,
Sudbury.
and
What a race.
we kind of got some info that they were going to be in the mix both weeks, but man, Boston Latin 922 got the job done.
Got the
And
job done.
kept improving. So we'll see if when they actually do run it fresh, if they got more
Yeah,
in
I
them.
wonder what they're doing. Either championship or emerging elites. We'll see what the issues.
I'm sure that's a championship time.
Boys 4x8.
Those Natick, watch out for the Natick girls too. They did that from the unseeded heat at 9:30. Bill Ricca as well at 9:31. So whether these teams are running at New England's or all states, we'll see if they can improve.
Well,
on those
Walpole and
times.
Natick will be back. All young in North Andover.
Yeah,
oh,
They were kind of the surprise team in there. I
3
think.
sophomores and 1 freshman.
Yeah.
Look out for them.
But Boston Latin, 4x8 W.
Shout out to those girls.
All right, moving on to the boys, 4x8.
Tip my hat to the Wellesley boys.
Yeah, I mean, for the third straight year indoors, because it's different outdoors, not only has the meet record been broken. 3 years ago, the all-state meet record was 757, which in a lot of people's eyes was always like, really? That's all that people have been able to muster? 3 years ago, my boys were able to get
The
over the
Rams.
hump, and we ran 754 mid, I believe. And you would think, well, you beat the meet record by 3 seconds. That should hold for a little while. Nope. The following year,
Lincoln Sudbury
Lincoln
boys.
Sudbury boys run 754.09. You think, okay, they barely edged it. Should probably stick for a little while. No, the Wellesley boys, 753.16. It's the third straight year the 4x8's been uncontested. Oh, we need to do. Hold on. There we go.
There it is.
Lights out. All right, for the third straight year, it's been uncontested. It was all the Wellesley boys, and everybody but one of them had run their open race. So the Wellesley boys, shout out to Brookline and Franklin. They went A flat and 802, very respective. But Wellesley, they're skipping New England's. I believe they're gonna run. They're definitely gonna run 4x8, I would imagine. Hopefully,
4 by mile.
maybe
I think.
4 by mile or D.
Yeah, I think they're definitely doing a 4 by mile.
They're all American candidates in whatever they run. So good luck
Shout out to the Wellesley.
Raiders.
Yes.
Going forward. It's gonna be fun to watch you guys at Nationals next weekend. All right, let's go top 3.
Ooh.
Top 3.
Is it an upset?
And these 3, the 1, 2, 3s, in my eyes could have gone any which way.
There's no really.
We're gonna get into the boys dash and the boys hurdles
What?
upsets.
Race.
Because
Man.
on paper, and let's go dash. Let's go dash first. On paper, the 55 dash was all Brian Santos. He had that 6'3",
6'3", 6 maybe?
or 6'3", 8", whatever it was coming in, or actually it might have been it was 6'3" earlier. in the
Yes,
year,
who's staying at the meet record?
which is better than the meet record. But man, you get into those blocks at all states, and maybe a different starter than you've had before. You just don't know. And what I heard, the starts were quick, but you got to give credit. When they went across the line, I didn't know who won. And I'm not even talking about just the top 2 in Qualls and Santos. O'Brien was there.
Howard.
Tang, like everybody was there. We
Yeah.
had 6 guys sub 6'5". You know,
Amazing.
but Marcus Qualls emerged 6'4", went down to the itty bitties over Brian Santos.
Shout out to the Tanner Pride, man.
You know, you can't go on paper. I did not do well with my predictions on the straightaway.
I did not.
We both had Kyla Hill, obviously.
We had Brian because Brian was running phenomenal.
Yeah, and
Well, Marcus came on strong.
yeah,
Won D2.
And Marcus is
no, he
kinda-
lost D2.
he lost D2.
He lost D2,
Yeah.
and he came back and won all states.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you just never know with those dash and hurdles. And then that brings us to the boys' hurdles. And this one, to me, he looked Adam Wang looked so good last week in those hurdles that I thought that he was untouchable, and that it was going to take someone to have an out-of-body experience to get it. And he did get the top time in the prelims, Adam Yang did from Active Box World, but it wasn't like blow you away. And David Peters was lurking in those prelims.
Stoughton, Hockomox.
All it took, Adam Yang hit
One hurdle. It's so about technique.
And Adam Yang clipping a hurdle, and David Peters from Stoughton having the race of his life. Boom. David Peters, only a junior, takes the win in 7:46. So will he try and go after that meet record from his teammate Greg Burspot from 2011? He'll be chasing that next year.
You know, I want to give some shout out to. We watched the William Lloyd and Ryan Inge battle in a divisional meet.
Couple lower
and they ran phenomenal, but it's about big time and like stepping up for the team. Mm-hmm. Samuel Matiso, the Lowell kid, I think was seeded 20-something.
Was he really? So
the Lowell boy was seeded 20-something.
And when you get
6 at all states,
and when you get one of the first events when you're looking to win a team title, and you get points you're not supposed to get right out of the gates, that's huge.
That was huge for them. So I want to give Samuel Matiso.
That's momentum right there.
All the props for doing that for them.
Right, top two, and we actually switched these. We had one, and then we switched it. I mean, on our list, we had to pick some. There were performances that we're not going to mention that were
phenomenal.
Great performances. Sarah Rothman against Grayla and SJT in the 2 mile. Just thinking about some of the races that were had. Obviously, Ryan Osting running the 904, but that's kind of old hat for him. We'll see what he goes on to do with his team and individually at nationals. But when it came down to it, we're making this only number 2 because it was expected.
Well, for us, yeah.
It was expected. In the girls 600, Michaela Page won. Obviously, that was expected. She's a sophomore. I thought she was going to run the meet record, which is 132.23 by Maura McCusker from Stoneham in 1999.
Nah.
I thought she could run 131. I even might have mentioned that she could run 130.
Yeah.
She ran 129.71.
Why not?
And outside of a thing Moo,
Why
the
not?
junior sensation. She's the number 2 600 in the country, and obviously the top sophomore. 129.71. She beats the old record by 2.5 seconds, and she went after it from the start.
From the done.
28 flat, I think.
And she ran against a tough Abby Camella.
Yeah, and Abby Camella ran her best, and she went with her the whole way. Just didn't have it on the last lap. But
so shout out to Abby
for her team. Regan Gillooly from Shrewsbury, she sneaks into that 3rd spot, and then you get the sophomore from Taunton, who on any other year would be the sophomore stud, Olivia Diaz, but not with Michaela Page. That's just unreal. What does she have in store for us going forward? She's got the range, finish
top 10 across,
at least top 10 on
top
that
15,
top 10,
top 10 cross
on that
country
course, and she can run a 42-300.
I don't know.
So she's going to be fun to watch. Very humble. So that's our number 2, and only because this was expected. Number 1.
You got to give it to the field.
In this, a lot of times the field doesn't get the love that they deserve. Okay, we've already mentioned the high jump, and you mentioned the long jump.
Let's go with the ladies first.
Okay.
Because this young lady has been consistent.
So before we get into these shot puts, our top performances, not only were the meet records broken, they were smashed. And we'll start with the girls. Cameron Garabian.
Cameron Garabian from Seekonk. 1986.
46 flat.
Melody Johnson from North Attleboro.
She smashes it by over 2 feet with that 48-2 toss. And we were talking about last week when she threw 46, and we're like, oh my God, that's a bomb. Nobody was within 7 feet of her.
No.
She dominates the shot put, but not only just wins the shot put, she dominates, gets that meet record.
Absolutely.
That's huge. That, like we say, the shot put doesn't get enough love, but when you have 2 athletes doing what they did this year, you have to give it to them.
And then,
congrats to her. Do we know where she's headed next year?
No, we got it.
We'll have to
Cameron, let us know where you're going. We got to give you a shout out. But
and then that brings us into the boys' shot put.
who I mean, not only is he an amazing athlete, but he's a
Good
great
guy.
kid.
Yeah,
He's
he's
a
got
great
Got a
guy.
personality on him. Aiden Felty from Innovation Academy.
Like
The meet record was 61.9 back in 2000 by Jeff Jacoin.
a Seekonk boy.
Yeah, I remember him. I was a sophomore in high school at the time, so I remember watching him throw bombs all over the place. But man,
Talk about a
he
bomb.
almost returned back to that 67 that he threw at the Holiday Challenge. He threw 66 4 1/4. Smashes the meet record by 5 feet 4 and change.
Wow, man.
It's been fun to watch him this season.
He's-
Whenever he's throwing, there's a big group over there of people, and it gets rowdy every time he throws. Let's see what he can do going forward. Be nice to see an All-American status.
I'd love to see All American.
I gotta look it up, but maybe a national champion. I gotta look up what the country looks like right now.
Is he a Duke commit? Aiden is going to Duke.
I don't know where Aiden's going.
I think Aiden might be going to Duke
Oh,
with
maybe
Theo.
joining Theo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Duke's supposed to get some talent.
So that's our top 8 performances. It was just to watch as a spectator because we didn't have the live feed. This hooligan was rolling around with the Instagram live, so you guys saw him on there. But just watching as a spectator, only having a few guys run, it was one of the better All-State meets. Just exciting all the way through. So we'll be live
We'll be live
this
Saturday.
weekend, New England, Saturday, 10 a.m., 10:30. We'll go live. Follow us, join the chat. All the support you guys give us.
We appreciate everyone. I mean, yeah, like you hit it on the nail, Shep. But let's give a shout out to the Wellesley girls and the Lowell boys for their team win.
Yeah. And good luck, everybody, at New England's and Nationals. We'll definitely be doing New England's, and we'll talk more if we'll be at Nationals doing any coverage. Thank you.